Hi everyone, welcome back to Eden. How are you all doing? I hope you're all doing great. So we have been discussing about tenses since we have already completed all the tenses. Today it is a revision, we can say, all the tenses in one place we will be doing. Before we start with the class, please do like, share and subscribe. Okay, so the first tense, we know, here we have taken three types of tenses: present, past and future. That is the time division, and we have got four aspects: simple, continuous, perfect and perfect continuous. So for each aspect again we will be having all the three tenses, right? So first of all it is simple tense, okay, simple aspect, which will have present, past, like present simple, past simple and future simple. What is the form of present simple? So present simple will have a structure in such a way that the subject, verb and object. It will have subject, verb and object. Past simple will be subject, the V2 verb, that is past, simple past, and object. And coming to future, you will have subject plus will plus verb in the base form, that is bare infinitive. We have seen, we have already discussed all this in the previous videos. If you want a detailed explanation, you can go back and check it out. So with an example we can see, subject is Nissi here. Nissi studies every day. So what is present tense? Simple present tense will be using to talk about events which happen on a regular basis, okay, or for generalized topics, or even for universal facts. The simple present tense is used. And so here we have seen Nissi studies every day, because Nissi is a third person. For, like I have said, for he, she, it, you have to use S along with the verb. Actually it is study, because it is third person she, that is Nissi is nothing but she. We are using studies. Nissi studies every day. So it is an action which takes place every day. So it is a repetitive action. So how to represent it on a timeline? So past, future and present. Now is nothing but the present. So when we are representing it, Nissi studies every day. That means she studied yesterday, she is studying today, and she'll be studying tomorrow also. So it is a repetitive action here. So the actions, the event which is taking place, it is repeating every day. So that is how it is represented here. Next, coming to past simple. Past simple is used to express or tell about events which have got over, which are over, they are completed in the past. So we are trying to tell about those. So like the subject, verb, that is V2 is the past simple form of verb, and object. So I said Nissi studies every day, that is present simple. Nissi studied yesterday, an action which got completed. Okay, so Nissi studied last night. So last night Nissi finished her studies, like Nissi studied last night. It is an action which got over yesterday, right? So that is about past simple. And how will it be represented? It got completed in a fixed time in the past. So in the past, here the event got over, right? Coming to future simple. Future simple is used to talk about with plans, intentions or fixed arrangements, or some predictions which we are going to make. In all these cases we will be using future simple. And future simple, it is slightly tricky, like you can check out the video for what all cases, wherever, how it is being used and under what circumstances it is being used and how it is being used. You can check a detailed video on future simple. Now here the structure is in simple: subject plus will plus verb, that is bare infinitive. What is a bare infinitive? An infinitive, bare infinitive is nothing but an infinitive without two. Okay, so there won't be two in front of it, then we call it as a bare infinitive, or the root from a form of verb. So Nissi will study tomorrow. Nissi studied last night, that is past. Nissi will study tomorrow. Nissi will study tomorrow, that is also in future. Okay, so that is also completed. She will be doing it in future. So that is an action which will get over, okay, which will take place in the future. So you can say in the future the event will take place. So this is about simple aspect. Next we will see continuous aspect. Okay, so the next one is continuous tense or progressive. That is, the aspect is continuous aspect. So it can be present continuous, past continuous and future continuous. So what is this continuous tense? Continuous tense will be telling about an action which is ongoing, that is, it is still going on. So when we are talking about present continuous, it is an action which is going on now. It might have started a while ago or it might have started in the past. But now at this moment it is still going on, an ongoing action which is still going on. So the form is like subject plus am, is, are or verb in ing form. So in continuous, in all the three cases, you will be having the verb in the ing form only. Okay. So here you can see Nissi is studying now. So that means at this very moment Nissi is studying. So you can see it on the timeline. So this is the present. So she started up in the past somewhere, but now at this moment the action is still going on. It is like continuing. So Nissi is studying now is a present continuous tense. Coming to past continuous tense, an action which took place in the past and it was continuing in the past. Okay. When some other event took place, before that event took place, the action was still going on. Like, so because here in present we are using am, is, are. In past we will be using was or were. So instead of am and is we will be using was, and instead of are we will be using were. So am, is, are is replaced by was or were. Subject plus was or were plus ing form of the verb. So Nissi was studying when you called. So when you called yesterday, Nissi was actually studying, right? So Nissi was studying yesterday. So you can see the verb in ing form. And when you called is an event which got completed, right? So at that time, what was Nissi doing? She was still studying at that time. So it is an ongoing action in the past when you called up. Okay. Coming to future, she will do the same thing tomorrow. Okay. She will be doing what? So you will be having will be. Subject plus will be plus verb form in ing. Okay. Ing form of verb. So Nissi will be studying when you come. By the time you come tomorrow or by this time tomorrow, Nissi will be studying. Okay. At this time tomorrow, Nissi will be studying. That indicates that tomorrow in future she will be doing that. Right. So this is a continuous or progressive action. Okay. The next aspect is perfect. So again we have present perfect, past perfect and future perfect. So coming to present perfect, the structure is subject plus has or have plus verb in the third form, that is past participle. Similarly, for past, subject plus had plus past participle. Okay. And future, it will be subject plus will be, subject plus will have plus verb in the past participle form, that is V3 form. So coming to examples. So here Nissi has already studied. So it is an event which got completed just a while ago. So while when we were trying to check, it got over. At this moment it got over. So that is a perfect event. So Nissi has already studied. Because Nissi is third person, we are using has. But if it is for he and she and it, will be using has, otherwise we will be using have. Okay. So an event started up and got over just a while ago, right? Okay. Past perfect. So subject plus had, has and have will be replaced with had, and V3 as it is. Nissi had already studied chapter 1 before she began studying chapter 2. That means there are two events which were taking place. One is studying chapter 2 and one is completing of one event. So the event which took place first, okay, so that is the completion. So Nissi has already completed. By the time she was studying chapter 2, she already completed chapter 1. That means an event which got over. Okay. Coming to future, subject plus will have plus verb in participle form. Okay, V3 form. Nissi will have studied chapter 4 before she studies chapter 5. Before chapter 5, she will have, means in future, before she studies chapter 5, she will finish chapter 4 and then she will start with chapter 5. So in future, before that event takes place, she will complete this and she will do the next event. Okay. So this is about future perfect tense. The last aspect is perfect continuous. That is present perfect continuous, future perfect continuous and past perfect continuous. We will do with that. And coming to the last aspect, the perfect continuous aspect, which is present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous and future perfect continuous. So the present perfect continuous we'll be talking about the continuous event. Okay, at present, at this moment, like it is still happening. With the help of duration, we'll be explaining it. Like she plus has or have been, from long duration. Okay, been doing something. So she plus has or have been plus verb in ing form. Like Nissi has been studying for 2 hours. For 2 hours, Nissi has been studying. That means at present, when it is present, she has been studying for 2 hours. That is like she started up somewhere in the past. Now she has been studying. It has been 2 hours now since she started studying. Okay. Now similarly, past perfect. So like I have said, has or have will be replaced by had. So it will become subject plus had been plus verb in ing form. Okay. And coming to that, Nissi had, that means here two events will take place in comparison. So Nissi had been studying for 2 hours before her friend came. So there are two events. One is her friend came, that is a completed action, and she has been studying, that is a past perfect. She has been studying for 2 hours. So when her friend came, by that time she has been studying for 2 hours already. Okay, so that is past perfect continuous. In the past it took place. And coming to future, in future, so subject plus will have been plus verb in ing form. That is, Nissi will have been studying for 2 hours by the time her friend comes. Okay, so when her friend will come tomorrow, by the time her friend comes, she will have been completed, or she will have been studying 2 hours. So tomorrow, by the time her friend goes there, or someone is expected to come at 5 p.m. So she might have started at 3 p.m. By the time her friend comes at 5 p.m., she will have been completed. Okay, she will have been studying at that time. Okay, so this is a tense. This one and the future perfect are rarely used. We won't be using much in explaining about future continuous and future perfect and future perfect continuous, but we will be mostly using future simple a lot and future continuous a lot. So I hope like you have understood all the tenses in one go. So please do practice a lot and try to make sentences here. Like to know tenses better, you have to take an activity for your own self. You can take out an activity in such a way that you can take a daily routine, like from morning till evening. By the end of the day, you can write about yourself using like some sentences, like what you did, what are you doing now, and what will you be doing in the future. So all these things you can just frame it as sentences, and you will be observing like what are the things, like how the tenses are being used and how you will be able to use them. So thank you.